Hello and welcome back to CrestVahllen D&D, The Argent Flame. This will be episode 28, Scary Dreams and Moonbeams. Without further ado, let's get into the recap of our previous episode. Log receives his golden eye patch from Dilura at her workshop as she gets to work smelting the gold ore. The rest of the gang head to the Temple of Palor, where they donate a hefty sum in order to have the High Priestess heal Boots of his brainworm madness. Gizmo then heads to the Temple of Gon to search for his brother Pinjack, while the rest make their way to the festival. Argus, Gimrin, and Elora sneak out and head to the bar to get drunk, while Boots is greeted in the temple by a very interested gray tiefling named Rian. After a less than helpful discussion with Blingrin, the High Cognister, Gizmo leaves an offering and heads to Dilura's workshop. However, he is intercepted by a very drunk Cole, who shouts that he found Pinjack at the festival. Regrouping at the celebration, Pinjack explains to his brother that he must find something at the exact right time and place. Safka and the others create a distraction to mask the digging efforts of Conk and the brothers by putting on a show of Ratsputin's mischief. Unearthed and snagged by the younger brother, a beautiful obsidian, pearl, and ruby idol representing a large spider with the upper half of a humanoid is grasped in reverence. Now, welcome back to CrestVahllen.
Welcome back to CrestVahllen D&D. We left off. We left off with
unearthing an arachnid idol.
Did you say
No, arachnid.
Arachnid, yes.
Where's your mind?
Get your mind out of the gutter.
Seriously.
Okay.
Be mature, TJ.
We're adults.
Come on, you're supposed to be the adult here, man.
Using my own kung fu. Great. So, yes, you and your brother Pinjack, with the help of Conk, unearthed some type of black stone and obsidian and ruby and pearl arachnid idol from the ground. It's about this large. It's wide because of like just how the long legs and the big abdomen, and then like the have you encountered anything like this? Actually, go ahead, Zemdex, since you're the one seeing here. Go ahead and roll a history check for me.
It's gonna be like a 12. Yep, 12.
12. You know about arachnids that have human torsos, but you can't remember what they're called or what they're associated with. But you've seen something like
Looked
this.
past it in the book one time.
Yeah. And he's like, give it here. And he grabs it. Like, any idea how long we've been looking for this?
Who is Smooth Hands?
Smooth Hands. You don't know who Smooth Hands is?
No. We just got into town today.
Caladuran Smooth Hands?
Caladuran?
Caladuran Smooth Hands, you know, the gnomish deity.
Oh. The gnomish deity was looking for this.
Well, the followers of
Are you sure?
Yes. Otherwise, why would I be here?
I've been traveling. Like I left Fillmore Bed a while ago.
Stop it.
And every small idol like this that I've come across, it's been bad news.
You come across board like this?
Barking during the performance.
Sorry. I mean, not exactly,
Bugs barking.
but I have seen
It is like
things-
Danny Trejo or
Tommy Lister Jr.
Tommy Lister Jr.
I have seen things that are similar.
Well, I mean, you have more?
No. We got rid of them.
Oh.
They started to corrupt the mind,
Really?
whisper to you.
I mean, it's just a statue.
They gave us nightmares.
I don't know anything about that. This is just a statue that means a lot to a certain type of people that we can use for leverage.
So I just helped you get leverage over another group of people.
Well, when you say it like that, it sounds a lot worse than it actually is.
Yeah, see, that sounds bad no matter how you put it.
Look,
I thought you were working for a god.
I am.
And a
Smooth
god
Hands.
a god is extorting another group
No,
of
no,
people.
no. Smooth Hands is trying to protect us from a certain group of people, and this is more like a deterrent. Or
So you're gonna say, nah, we have your idol, don't attack us anymore. Or we'll destroy it.
not exactly. It's more like a mantle that bestows power, that kind of thing. And if it doesn't remain in the hands of a group of individuals, then they can't ordain a leader.
So you recovered it for them, and now they can't ordain their next leader until they have this in their possession.
Right. But not for them, for Smooth Hands.
Smooth Hands won't let them elect their new leader.
Because they're extremely dangerous.
Okay. I'm gonna trust you that you're not
Okay.
doing anything nefarious.
I mean, who knows at this point? But
You should.
I can tell you.
You're doing this. You should know.
Because I trust. Look, there's a lot that happened. You know how trust is not made; it's given. There's a lot. I had to earn a lot of trust, and they had to learn a lot of trust from me. And let's just say, I trust them. And if they tell me to go get this, I'm gonna go get it.
Did any of this gaining of trust involve you doing things that Mom would be upset about?
Mom's upset when we stay up too late. That's a very broad question.
Did you have to
Not
kill
home
anyone?
after curfew? Mom's upset.
Did you have to kill anyone?
No. Of course not.
Did you
Of
have
course
to harm anyone?
Not intentionally. It was more self-preservation, protecting myself.
Self-protection.
Self-protection, yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Did you threaten anyone?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I may soon now that we have this. I don't know. But I don't think I'm going to be the one doing it.
Okay. I will trust you. Go do what you need to do. Do you know of the Firebeards?
Yes, of course.
Crafting clan?
Yeah.
We'll be staying with them for the next couple of days before we have to move on.
Okay.
Please come find me at some point.
Sure.
Mom and Dad are safe, but they are not out of danger.
Wait, what?
My travels have earned me some bad people that are keeping a little too close of an eye on our family.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You're on my case about possibly threatening people, and you
I didn't do
threatened our
anything.
family.
I didn't do anything bad, but in doing good things, I earned some enemies of bad people.
Okay, so then we're kind of on the same page then, because
I think so.
the same
I
doing the
think
same
so.
thing, but I didn't put our family in danger.
The bad people that are after us are much more wide-reaching, I believe.
Great.
So
Is there anything I should know, or I should be?
there is someone in the mine watching over them.
I'm sorry. They're
I told them not to trust anyone, and somehow a human wandered into the mine, and they just made him a guest. It's not my fault.
damn it, Dad.
But that human is keeping an eye on them for someone else. And if they need to punish me, Mom and Dad may become the vessel of that punishment. Or Erky, or
I have to go
Teres,
I
or...
have to go home.
There's nothing you can do.
Like hell, there is. You think I'm just going to sit here and wait and not try?
I am going that direction.
And I'll come with you.
I'm not going straight that direction. In order
Why?
to keep up appearances that we're doing what they want us to do, We have another stop to make.
So someone's blackmailed you.
Yes. I also am not 100% sure I'm allowed back into Thulmorbad. So that may be tricky as well.
What do you mean?
There was an incident. You know, the master dad found for me. He blew himself up.
Ish. Yeah?
And not the nicest of men, so perhaps the blame didn't settle on him for that explosion.
Wait,
Sorry.
So, so
He made it seem like I wasn't welcome back. So I'm not sure if I am
okay.
or not.
So let's see.
It's been a year. It's been a year.
Obviously, but so I feel like a little bit like the pot that's being the kettle is calling black. Here.
I wanted to make sure that you weren't doing anything that you shouldn't be doing. That's all I was
But you're
asking.
immune to that type of criticism.
No. I did not do anything that I should be ashamed of. I have done good. We have saved people.
Right.
Unfortunately, saving people, sometimes the people who are trying to harm them don't appreciate you saving them.
Look. I don't know what it is you got into. But frankly, at the moment, I don't care. What's more important is that mom and dad and the rest of our siblings are safe. And if you say they're not, then, well, quite frankly, we have a problem.
As long as the people that are blackmailing me think I'm doing what I should be doing, they're safe.
Are you endangering that by talking to me?
Nope. Because I haven't told you anything, really. I've given you zero detail.
Right, let's keep it that way, I guess. Well, when you put it like that, what I'm doing sounds a lot more.
So, Gone didn't work
Pedestrian.
out? Or did you never go to Gone? You went straight
Gone
to Smooth Hands?
didn't really work out.
Okay.
And I ended up finding that out that
I went
let's just
in
say
there.
a higher calling.
Okay. I went in there and they all seemed like they only cared about what they were doing.
Oh no! It's not them. They're good people. They are. They're very hi, Max. They're very very good people. They're not doing any harm. They're doing good work.
Smooth Hands was more of a
It just
calling.
wasn't for me.
I mean, are you a member of the clergy?
For Smooth Hands?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, I travel with a member of a different clergy. Do you have... Has he empowered you at all? Do you have abilities from your deity?
Some.
I mean, if you go home, can you do anything? Or are you just putting yourself in the same predicament?
What do you mean do anything?
Can you protect them?
I could try.
Or are you just putting yourself in danger?
Oh, you're asking if I'd be a liability. Nice, bro. Nice. I can do my best. What can you do?
I knock on conch.
That's yours?
I'm getting pretty good at this whole not dying thing.
All right, so then why aren't we just going straight there together? I know. Just
Because by not going straight there, I'm keeping them alive longer.
all right. I have to get this somewhere safe.
Yes. And in the meantime, be suspicious, please. Be suspicious.
Of what?
Everything.
Okay, you too.
In the past month, if anything has seemed strange, or in the future, if anything seems strange, be as suspicious as you gnomishly can be.
Okay.
Why would Dad welcome a random human into the fucking mine?
You know how gullible he can be sometimes.
Anyways, it was great to see you. It was great to see you.
It's good to see you too. Well, I mean, you're not going anywhere. I'm
Nope.
not going.
Like I said, a couple of days.
All right.
If you have some free time, stop by the
I'll come by.
Firebeards. I've got some projects to work
I
on.
want to tell you more about this, but I got to get this somewhere safe before or
I understand.
forces.
I'll pull a sack out of the bag of holding and I'll wrap it up so that it's not conspicuous.
Oh, great! Thank you. I think it'll be okay.
I hope so. I'm doing everything I can to keep it so. They're not in immediate danger. I'm doing everything I can
If
to
I can help,
remove-
let me know.
I will. Now that
Where
I
are
know,
you headed?
North.
Where?
We have to stop by Steercrag.
That's where I'm going.
You're going to Steercrag?
Yeah. After this,
Okay. Do you know anything about the situation there?
yeah, like how the leader of the Stoneworm clan is, their wife died, and now they can't work at anything,
Yes.
and how a new person's being elected, but they need this to be properly elected.
No. No. No.
What do you mean, no?
No. Who is getting elected?
Well, it's not elected, it's appointed,
Sure.
ordained,
Yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
I don't really know the specifics other than there's a connection between somebody. Smooth Hands has told us, or spoken to us as followers, that the followers of Lolth have a representative in not the Underdark, but above such a thing. And that they
The
are
upper tunnels.
extending their influence possibly to the politics that are more shallow. And this is one of a relics of the followers of Lolth. And for someone in that following to be properly recognized as a person of power or whatever, they need something like this. There are a few of these, but many of them have been lost or stolen or broken or by Duragar and other creatures. So the only reason why I was able to find this is because Smooth Hands has power when it comes to rubies. So
Yes.
he was able to help me locate it. Its location shifts during times of twilight. So it took me a long time to find out that this is where this was. The prophecy was that it would be by the shoreline of an underground lake somewhere, but of course, prophecies are ambiguous.
You know what? Along our travels from Caradim, we've come across multiple worms. I think their activity is increasing. Perhaps you should travel with us.
Okay.
And I know the perfect way to keep that safe.
What do you mean?
This bag, anything that you place in it will be kept perfectly safe in its own dimensional space.
Oh.
I'll even let you put it in there.
I mean, if I come back empty-handed,
We're going to go back with you. We're going to Steerncross.
Steercrag? Well, I mean, I have to show this to my mentor that's here.
Oh. Can I go with you?
Roll a persuasion check.
Natural 20.
Ooh. I mean, look,
I will just say the situation that I'm dealing with has something very closely to do with the situation you're dealing with.
Oh.
And I think it's very delicate. And I would like to be involved with you in case something goes further.
Okay, that's all well and good, but you need to know
Wrong.
that Smooth Hands is... Look, I shouldn't even be telling you about it. He's, let's just say, isolationist. He likes to keep to himself.
Sure.
And like, a worship of him is usually done in secret.
A lot of gnomes are secretive. That
True.
makes sense.
I'm just saying, bringing somebody from outside the faith into the face just because they're a family member is a lot, but I trust you. Look,
I helped you
think
find
it's,
this thing.
which is why the only reason why I'm even willing to try. Don't blame me if she gets real mad at you.
I'm really good persuading people.
So it would seem. All right, look. Tomorrow night.
I've learned from some of my traveling companions, gotten really good with people.
Great. Tomorrow night. Why don't we meet at...
What was the bar?
Trappist.
The Trappist.
Okay. Yeah. And we'll go from there.
If you disappear on me, I will track you down.
If I disappear on you, then I'm already in trouble.
Do you remember your 10th birthday? That'll happen again.
Listen, God.
I told my friends to call me Boots until we know if I'm safe to go into Fillmore bed.
But okay. Is it really that bad?
Could be. And I'd rather not risk.
What's wrong with our family?
I'd rather not risk it not being okay.
Tomorrow night, at the Trappist after sundown. I'll meet you there. I won't have this on me because I'm putting it someplace safe.
Fair enough. But if you could bring your mentor so we could speak
I'll
to them.
meet you there and I'll bring you to my mentor. You go to them. They don't come to you.
They're in town?
Yes.
They won't come to meet me? Wouldn't it be less...
They don't meet in public spaces.
Seems less suspicious to meet in a big public space than to bring me into wherever they're hiding.
Did you miss the part about how this is like, a secret thing?
Right, and if they're hiding somewhere, it would be worse to know where they're hiding.
My dude.
My dude.
Look, I'll try. I don't think I've ever seen them drink. Ever,
Okay.
But I'll try.
All right.
If they're not there, and I am...
If you've got to take me somewhere, you've got to take me
If
somewhere.
I don't show up, I'm in trouble. Let's just say that.
That's fine.
If I show up, then
I
one
wouldn't
thing
want
went
that to
right.
happen.
If I show up with somebody else, that means things went really well.
That's fine. Come find me tomorrow night. If you bring them with you, that's fine. If you have to lead me to them, that's fine. Either way, I want to see you tomorrow.
Okay.
At the Trappist, if not earlier.
I miss you.
Missed you too. Glad to see you're doing good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying.
Dangerous trip down here? Or did you make it
You
all
could
right?
say that. Like you said, lots of tremors.
We killed a
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
I pull out a ruby.
Do you know what that means?
I pull out a mind ruby from the worm poop.
Do you know what that means? It means that you and your friends could have a claim to the Stoneworm clan.
I did not know that. Now I do.
Granted, it's a lot more complicated than that, but that's like one of the coming of age rites. Were you able to tame it?
Oh no, we killed it.
Better than nothing. Do you have proof?
Kind of.
What does that mean?
we have some pieces of it.
Contact pieces,
I think so.
like pieces that aren't old, so they would be like fossilized, or
Oh yeah, no, they're fresh.
anything that would differentiate from you harvesting a dead, a long dead carcass and something that was more fresh.
Yes.
Great, bring that. That could help us both.
I could also describe what it is like. Exploring
inside. Spelunking.
Exploring the droppings of such a creature.
Oh, you mean like the gems and precious metals? You were able to find some of those too?
Where do you think I got that ruby?
That's not bad. I would hold on to that.
Anyways, I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah. You
You
have
have
me a lot to think about.
You have things to do. I have things to do.
I have prayers to do.
Has your God ever spoken to you?
Yeah. I mean, in a sense.
I mean, given you signs of some kind.
Yeah.
That's great. I've traveled with a couple of devout people, and just want to make sure you're following a good path.
I mean, I'm doing my best. I found out that I was hardcore Gond, and then I found out that maybe Gond's not for me, and I was directed or become aware
As cool as that temple is,
alternative
Gond,
option.
I would not be for Gond either.
I mean, Gond is super cool. You've seen what they're making in there. It's like amazing. They have this one project they all work on together, but then they all get to do all their other projects. And not only that, they don't have to have sponsors because the temple funds the whole thing.
I understand that. But I haven't had a sponsor since I left Dualmore Bed. And I built him.
Clang.
Well, you also found a worm and a bunch of droppings, as you said, so I'm sure you've got plenty of funding now.
Fought things that have given me nightmares.
Great. So glad I have that to look forward to.
But I also have materials that are from another realm. So it kind of
Like another
balances
plane of
out.
existence?
Yeah.
Oh, like Macanis? Or
This one's more ethereal,
Elysium?
I think, in nature.
Okay. Cool.
Anyways,
All right. Yeah, I have to go.
rambling. Yes.
I have to go. If I don't go, they're gonna think something went wrong.
Great to catch up.
Yes. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Yep.
Bye. And they skitter off into the crowd.
I walk by the circus and I toss a gold into the
You guys at
tip jar.
Every once in a while, prestidigitation for fireworks overhead and stuff.
My signal of thanks is like I toss a gold
Grab
coin
it really quickly.
into the tip jar and I walk off
Have we made any tips?
towards the workshop.
Let's find out.
Cole's been drinking the entire time we've been performing,
You guys
so
make 14 golden tips.
yeah.
A lot of drunk people are just like, hey, that's pretty neat.
Party fund, or can I take some of it?
If you really want it. I'm done.
I mean, it's mostly the rat circus.
Yeah.
It's my rat circus.
Shitty's
I'm
dancing.
fine.
I'm just calling them over.
I'm fine with
Yeah,
letting you keep the
splitsies.
majority of it.
Sure.
Yeah, I head towards the Firebeard workshop.
Do I notice Semdak after he tossed that?
I'm not being stealthy.
Oh, I know. I'm
I
just
don't see
weird.
why not.
You would, I mean, Conk is like walking through the crowd.
True. Thank you.
It's not
This has been
Conk is hard to miss.
mischief.
not something you're just going to be like, oh, there's another construct going down the road.
After I'm seeing Zemdak walking off because I realize he's done, I'm going to go, thank you. This has been Rasputin's mischief.
And all my rats will take a little bow.
We would like to thank you for celebrating with us tonight. Have a good one.
Well, is it done?
No, 10 more minutes.
All right, guys, let's go drinking.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you cover it?
It was covered for a while, and now it's open because that's what you're supposed to do.
Right. Cover it. I'll cover it.
10 more minutes.
Just 10 more minutes.
It'll be fine. That's why I'm okay.
You can read the instructions on the box, too.
No.
It'll be done soon. That's all
Anyway.
there is to it.
Anyway.
Okay, so are you guys? Things are starting to wind down a little bit with the festival. You do see the main event is happening about right now. Quite a few of the clerics and the high priest that you see. This tall, lithe person, fully covered in raven feathers throughout their entire, this big old cloak and dress of raven feathers, stands there with this massive, like crow/corvid skull. That is like a helmet, and you can't see their actual face because it goes all the way down. The beak goes all the way down to their navel as they stand there, and many of the clerics of the Raven Queen show up around them and just make what looks like a crescent moon around them, and they raise their hands and they put their hands back down, and they raise their hands and they put their hands back down, and the sun has almost completely set down. There's only just that tiny little sliver of red and orange that's over the horizon as people start to quiet down, and you hear, "Welcome, the one who would pass through the midnight for us." And the crescent parts as a very, very elderly man walks forward, dressed in nothing but a black cloak. He takes the hood down, and a big smile on his face, nods at the high priestess. She gestures before her. He looks very sickly, very old. Very, very, very old. It looks like his eyes are clouded. His wrinkles. He lays down before her, undresses until he's in nothing but like a bandeau and a loincloth. It's cold out. He doesn't seem bothered by it. And she says, "As we welcome this soul into our hearts and off to its voyage, may we shepherd it through all of our minds. And may we pray that all those who pass find solace in their rest." And she leans down, takes out what looks like a damp cloth, and just slowly washes him like a baby. It looks like it's a very, very warm cloth because it is there's steam coming off of it. And he smiles and just gazes into her eyes, and she just does so, and continues to do so for as long as you guys watch. Eventually, some of the crowd like kneel down, and some people, the crescent of the Raven Queen clerics and acolytes part and go behind her to an area where they light what looks like a large brazier. And the flame is not red but black, and gives off a type of odd light in the now dark evening of winter. She picks him up, cradles him. Very strong for a live individual. Places him in the warmth of the fire, not in the brazier, but next to the fire, and covers him with his cloak again, and puts a basin of warm water next to him, and gives him a cup of wine. And he sits there, comfortable, smiling. Looks like he's partially blind, staring at him. He just looks around and goes to the other side of the brazier and just starts doing prayer. Then a queue forms of individuals, just civilians, that go up to him. And all of you can roll perception checks to overhear what it is they're saying.
Too bad I'm out there.
I know.
Read his lips.
Nope.
Right, because you have the observing
God, I
feat.
am stuck.
What'd you get?
I'm not there.
Where'd you go?
To the workshop.
Oh, you just pieced? Okay.
12.
Same.
That one.
Okay, Cole and Sokka, you don't catch much. One of the voices you do hear, because it's a child that doesn't know how to whisper yet, is like, it says, thank you, Papa, for all your great stories. I'll miss you. And a couple of the others that you hear that have a little bit, that start to break down a little bit, are like, thank you for your wisdom. There are a lot of things that I didn't have to go through because of what you told me. And people sometimes give offerings. There's bouquets of flowers. There's cups of mead, and he's just constantly like Santa Claus, just like eating them as offerings given to him and enjoying them. He looks extremely sickly. Like he is. It's one of those situations where you're kind of getting the sense of they're doing their best to make him as comfortable as possible at this point. But a queue of hundreds of people couldn't perhaps it is possible, but it seems unlikely that every single one of these people know him personally. But hundreds of people offer their thanks, their farewell, and most of them remain. It's up to you guys whether you would like to stay for the rest of this.
Cole would prefer to go drinking. It's a religious ceremony. He's not big on those.
Okay.
Yes.
Uh,
Trishani's in the cups right now, so she's probably
Sokka, you're probably the
Easily
only one
swayable.
that's like with it.
Yeah.
No, so because I got 21 on my constitution.
Right. Yeah, you can be as drunk as you want to be.
I think Loggy, like he sees what's happening. Like he knows where this is going.
With that. There's no longer negative intelligence.
Right.
Look at you.
Yeah, no, but
So
it's more of a wisdom thing. But yeah,
Well,
which is now the same.
yeah.
But yeah, he knows like where the conclusion of this ceremony is going, and he feels like he probably doesn't have to see it.
Okay. What about you, Sokka?
I think Sofka knows where it's going. Feels kind of bad for leaving, but doesn't want to see it.
Okay. Does anybody remain? Okay.
Sorry.
Would you say sorry, DMs?
Homie.
Great.
Argus's sister's black.
okay. Sure, that sounds good to me. Let's do it.
The Shenny is sloshed right.
It's just super happy to be outside, guys. I don't know what I can tell you.
That's fair.
For what it's worth, he looks very happy. The only tears that he sheds are when people come up. It's like tears of joy. I'm like, thank you. Like, you made my life better. Like, you can sense. Actually, everybody roll an insight check.
I don't know. That's why I just switched up dice.
What'd you get?
15?
15?
19.
19.
15.
Not one.
Not one. You're already good. The rest of you, he looks ready. You know, he did what he needed to do. He looked ready. And it's like you kind of get in the sense, especially you, Cole, you're getting the sense of rather go out on his own terms. Than be in the middle of something and be like, I wasn't finished. But yeah, you guys leave. I can't stress this enough how much of a reverie, or not a reverie, of reverence there is in this. Like for the Temple of the Raven Queen and for the people who are here, it is one of the highest honors to be.
Death isn't a bad thing.
No, it's a
the
part
balance.
of life. But he is personally being
The cycle,
escorted
it's the balance. Yeah.
by a devout follower of the Queen of Death
Yep.
to another place.
Yeah.
So it's like there are those who would kill for this honor, to be like personally escorted, knowing that I know where I'm headed.
Yep.
So you guys leave. I assume you head to the workshop. The rest of you go off drinking again, unless there's anything specific you'd like to do.
Just before we actually get inside again, I'll do one last howl at the moon.
Absolutely, you got it. You guys take walk-alongs, or walk-me-downs, sort of to-go cups.
Yeah.
And we're gonna touch in with you, Argus. What are you doing at the bar?
I'm telling my dad and sister all of our stories and everything that has happened.
All of it.
All of it.
Casting exposition. Great.
The spiders, the wine, the ghosts.
The dungeon.
Yeah.
You guys start to get in your cups and everything, and it becomes one of those like you have adopted. It's like odd because your dad is much older than you, right? But you've kind of adopted this whole like old man at the bar that telling you old tales of his, when I was your age, I did all these things. It's like you're like getting into this like bardic thing. You're like, oh yeah, I remember pacing. One of the things you learn from Cole is pacing with your stories and like knowing when to pause. And then it jumped on me, like stuff like that.
And then she burst into flame.
One of the times your sister's like, that's how old your stories end. Everything bursts into flames. Come into something. Can you give me? Come on, like, the denouement. Could you? And you just slap her in the face, and she slaps you in the face. She's like, do the high thing.
They all didn't burst into flames.
Great. You guys are having a grand old time. Anything specific you'd like to divulge or talk about?
I mean, obviously, I gotta. Well, they actually heard everything.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd hold anything back.
Okay, so you tell them everything. Everything with like the host, security 4.
They heard it all.
Yeah. When you went to the pre-Kenrin ruins, the stuff with the wine, the Quinta Silva, Pernua,
Giving them more understanding of what we talked about.
the worm. How much
I
do you
have a
tell them
hard
about
time
Kasuth?
carrying- I mean, It depends on how like secluded we are in regards to what other people could hear. But I would go into my vision and everything that happened there and how I was able to, with Kosu's help, bring Tishani back to life. And how I've promised never to hide my religion and my connection to him.
You see at that, last comment after explaining all of this, your father and your sister look at each other for the moment, like this kind of maudlin soberness between the two of them. They make eye contact. Father smiles, looks at you, puts his hand on your shoulder. Very proud of you, son. You've done more than your mother and I could ever dream for you. But I'd be remiss if I didn't be a dad and tell you to make sure that you stay safe.
All I can promise you is I'll try.
That's all I can ask for. Love you. Love you so much. I want you back here. Safe and sound. Whenever you're done with the things that you need to do.
Give me a couple of years.
However long that takes.
When I can.
By that I don't mean I don't want you to make your own life for yourself. Go have a family. Find a good boy, girl, whatever. Statue, if you're into that thing. Tree. So I'd heard some people are into trees.
Do you really think I'd be into a tree?
I like
Thing would be
burning
burned
things. I don't know.
Ground in 2 seconds.
Look, and he falls right back into that like maudlin stupor of
Need to find you like a fire genasi lass.
you could just walk up to her and be like, "You're really hot."
Literally.
I was gonna ask if you
Can
were
we
in
burn
flame play,
together?
but okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh no! You took flame play? Ooh.
Ew.
Ouch!
He's already got the scar tissue.
You guys suck. Okay.
That's literally giving her the bone in more than one respect.
Your sister tackles you off the chair to the ground, gives you a big hug, punches you in the kidney, hands you another flask. If you tell anybody that I showed genuine emotional affection in public, I'll punch your other kidney so hard it falls out.
Okay, you big softy.
Shut up. She slaps you in the face.
I changed my eye color.
She's like, great. You're doing that. Zemdak, you arrive at the workshop. Ting, ting, ting. Shh. You see a good, probably 37 just regular iron swords that she has made.
Yeah.
Like full on hilt, pommel, handle, blade. Very well made. Like these are just regular, like nicely done swords. She just has thrown them in like a pile in a crate that she's just filling up.
Are you actually getting anything out of that?
It was an order that I've been putting off for a while.
I mean, as long as it's useful.
Right,
If you just need to hammer on something, I've got something you can hammer on all night long.
Beg your pardon.
I mean, if the hammering is what's helping you, not the actual making of things, I've got something that you can put all of your frustration into.
It's not getting much better.
I pull out the dragon's tooth.
Whoa, what are you doing? Oh,
We weren't able to shape these in any way. We were able to sharpen them.
why would you want that sharp? You want it dulled. So, Oh!
Weapon?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
A weapon. I was able to make a sword out of one by carving off sharp planes. I was able to make a spear tip out of one by attaching it to a pole. I've yet to be able to make a true blade out of one.
I mean, well, that's hardly enough material for a full blade.
Dagger? Short sword?
Definitely a dagger. Maybe a short sword?
Do you think
If
you
I
could
can-
hammer it into something?
If it's literally a dragon's tooth, I'm not sure what I can do, but I can try.
I just figured it might be more
You ever heat it up before?
tried to.
What happened?
Nothing. Lived in the mouth of a dragon.
So probably not.
Took adamantine to sharpen one.
Great, you said you had some.
Pull out my dog bone.
Give it here.
Give it a little flip.
In all my years, never had a chance to hold some in my hand. It's a lot lighter than I thought.
Conk's first version was a canine.
Are you sure this is adamantine?
From everything I've been able to tell, yes.
Doesn't make sense of how light it is, though. It should be like 10 times this weight.
An alloy?
Where'd you get
maybe? How much hammering do you want to do tonight?
Don't get me in trouble.
Sir, I'll have you know that I'm a happily married woman.
On steel. How angry do you want me to make you? It was given to me by a friend.
You know, I don't say this very often, but I'm a little at a loss for words.
As a traveling tinker, it was an exchange.
That's better. So be it. If I had the gander, it's most likely an alloy, not pure adamantine, because pure
Mithril in
adamantine
there?
is
For the lightness?
extremely heavy.
Mithril for the lightness.
Perhaps could very well possibly be, which would explain its weight yet sturdy constitution and structure.
Like I said, Conk's first form was that of a canine. It was meant as a doggy treat. Hence the shape.
That's a mithril and adamantine doggy treat to just give to a traveling tinker.
Someone who appreciates gifts from those that pass by.
Right.
Someone very lonely.
Oh, you didn't.
Didn't what?
Never mind.
As I said, if you want to keep cranking out swords, by all means, hammer away. But if you want an actual challenge, see what you
If
can
it
do with
does
that
have
too.
mithril in it, and it is an alloy, it's possible that I could possibly change its shape.
Oh no, I was wondering what you could do with the tooth.
Right, but if you want me to do something with the tooth, it would be far more efficacious to have this in a different form.
Okay.
If it's possible. I can... You said you used this to sharpen a version?
Yes.
I assume using it...
Into a longsword.
The planes. The
A
colliding
much
planes.
longer tooth.
Of course. I can-
Scraped off.
I set
flat
fire.
if I can do
surfaces.
work with this, it might take me a while and it will push my limits, but I could possibly turn this into maybe better sharpener, perhaps bladed on one end.
It's fair. Do you have a jewelry station somewhere in this shop for finer work?
No, but I have smaller tools.
That's perfect.
Great. I'll see if I can get started on this.
I'll be over there.
All right. Let's climb away.
I pull out 2 of the platinum coins that were tossed at me,
Okay.
and I'm going to try and turn them into rings.
Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Like punch out
Go
the
ahead.
center and
That's pretty easy. Go ahead and roll a tinkering check for me. She's going to work on this all
Yep.
night long. Adamantine is a very difficult metal to work with. Only like magical fires can really work with it. But if this is truly an alloy, What's up?
And I was just, I thought she was smelting out our gold ore before that.
No, she is.
She was doing that, but she gave him something more
You let that melt, right? And you do something else while that's melting.
Yeah, because she's not going to stand
Do
at
one
the smelter
thing,
and be like,
do
"Are you
something
melted
else."
yet?" Yeah, she's going to go do something else. Yeah, it's got to get. She puts them into a. Ooh, thank you, honey. She puts them into a crucible, in the smelter, and then they have to melt, and then the pure impurities come out of it. I don't know the whole thing of smelting, but from what I've learned from video games, it's pretty much the gist.
And after talking to my brother, like before I start working, I take out the locket and I look at it for like a good 30 seconds, but I don't open it. Like debating whether I should open it or not. And I finally just hang it around my neck.
Okay, are you attuning to it?
Yep.
Okay.
It's a good thing.
It's not cursed.
Nope.
That we know.
Right.
That you know.
Right.
Especially with just what happened to me. This is like a sort of a never again kind of thing.
So you're saying you should have worn it before?
Is there anybody you're thinking about when you put this on?
My family,
Any-
especially
any
after just
member in
talking to my
particular?
brother. My sister,
Which one?
older one. Therese.
Okay, just write that down somewhere.
Because she took care of me for quite a bit of my.
Okay. You do so. What'd you
start
get on your
working on
tinkering check? No.
Dex or intelligence?
This is Dex. This is fine detail work.
25.
Easily done. Like find a tool that you can use for like basically, essentially like a grommet punch hole, and you can make the rings in there, and you heat the then like the platinum washers up and put
Shape
them
them
around so they're
into-
smooth.
Yep.
Sharpie stuff.
Easily done.
That's what she's supposed to be.
She's gonna do some stuff tonight too. That doesn't take a whole lot of time, but it depends on how late you want to work here.
I don't want to work too late. Like I want to get some rest,
Okay.
especially with what I've gone through today.
Is there anything else you want to do before you go to bed then?
No.
Okay. You say your goodbyes.
Just wanted to feel like I did something.
She's in the zone
Yep.
when you leave. Like you say goodbye and she doesn't even recognize you. She's so much sweat coming down from her brow that's hitting the hot surfaces around her as she's stoking the flame as hot as she can get it and putting it in and then pulling it out and then tempering it and putting it in and then pulling it out.
I make sure the workspace is immaculate before I leave.
Okay,
Like I
this
even
is
like
difficult for you.
I even like press to digitate like the surfaces.
Okay, if you're using
so
magic,
they
you're
are
fine.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not doing the hard work.
Okay.
Like I'm putting the tools in the right spots and then I'm like make everything clean.
Okay, you got it. Wait, so you head back home. Eventually, you guys head back home as well. You guys meet, all except for Argus, back at the house.
They were going to the
No,
bar.
no, no, no.
Oh, you guys going to the bar? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys going to the bar? Where are you? Are you headed to the bar or to the house?
To the house.
To the house. You head to the hall.
So I might get there before them and just
Probably just a little bit, but times would be long.
sitting against the wall waiting for them to show
You guys
up.
get to the bar. You find the bar is like it's popping. It's a festival day. People like as soon as the festival outside, you know, it starts to get too cold for people to chill out outside. They go into Midheim and they find a bar to be like yeah, let's go. Just like you would like a fair after a fair. Exactly, like post game drinking and having a great time. So the place is pretty packed. You see that Argus. You notice that your sister Aolin, not Aolin, Elora should be working. Every once in a while, she goes behind the bar, just grabs something, hands a couple people something, grabs their cash, and then heads back. She's making her own hours here. There's a bunch of other people working here as well, and she's in charge. And every once in a while, we'll be like, "We could use your help," and she's like, "Piss off! I'm with my family." You come in at that moment when you hear "piss off, I'm with my family," and you see a maudlin, Gimrin and Argus and Elora. That's one of the best tables in the house, right next to the bar.
Argus, you should have come. It was awesome. We got to see Zemdak with no beard and Zemdak with a beard next to each other.
Yeah, his brother was there. It was really fun. Yeah.
His brother's in town?
Yeah, apparently.
I tossed him.
You tossed?
You did.
Which one?
Both. Well, that's the one with before.
The one without the beard.
Why would you toss his brother?
Why not?
Which one was more fun to toss?
I mean, I didn't really go for any distance with his brother. So, probably Boots.
Okay.
Yeah.
What the heck were they doing?
Digging a hole.
Okay.
I'm not sure
Tell
what
you.
we were showing off Rasputin's mischief at the time.
Oh,
They had their big debut.
I'm sad I missed the first debut of Rasputin's mission.
It went very
I
well.
didn't have any flaming hoops for them to jump through.
I
I
know.
made a bonfire.
I did fireworks. I pressed these fireworks in front of me right now.
On the bar, going on the bar.
It was a good show.
He had some gutbuster.
I did not have Gutbuster. I am still conscious. Thank you very much.
Did you guys see who drank the Gutbuster? Boots left it at the.
Gimrin looks at you and goes like, "Hey, you ugly shit!
Yeah, you.
Was that too offensive?"
No, I suddenly realized I probably shouldn't call him. Wait, that's his sister, right?
No, this is his
father.
dad.
Oh. You one-armed bastard. I had to make sure I knew which one I was talking to.
Wait, she goes like this. And come with bars, and more drinks come out, as well as the best smelling roasted potatoes and gravy, which is perfect for like after you're drinking like starches and salts, and yeah, exactly. And it's like this. It's this super greasy, delicious, oily, made with like bacon fat, and it's really good.
I get some water too. I think I might have had a little too much.
And give her the lowest
You're
ale.
getting water. What are you getting a little weak on us, eh?
I'm
The tiny little knees.
no.
What?
What do you say?
Hey!
Oh, we're at that point, aren't we?
Pretty much everybody but Sopka who's standing around just a bunch of her
This
friends.
is the after party of a festival, essentially.
Yeah, Sopka's like very awkwardly like sipping the alcohol, not really liking the taste, so not drinking much of it.
Oh, if you want to milk that water, just get you a glass of milk. What I eat, little cat. Get you a glass of milk. Could we get a pitcher of milk over here, please?
Sopka just like walks out of the bar and starts walking back to the place.
Oh no!
Wait! You should actually turn into a cat. That would be really funny. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
now,
I
come
forgot
on
the
now,
law.
don't take it so seriously. We'll just.
Sopka's just walking away.
Oh, don't be a party pooper. Come on.
Sopka's left by now.
She always like that.
Sorry.
Sometimes.
She's a little delicate in social situations.
We'll apologize in the morning.
Yeah.
She's used to us being drunken idiots. It shouldn't be too bad.
But she's used to us being idiots. I don't know about drunken idiots.
Been a while since we've been drunk. This is yeah.
It's true. She met me on like that wickedest hangover part, so I like don't eat. I wasn't drinking at that point, really.
Right.
Anybody worried about her running off by herself?
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. She says she's like her voice is like cracking because it's true that she's like trying to hold it in. And walking home.
I'm gonna walk out after Sokka.
Okay. She says she's fine, but yeah, her voice is cracking.
Sorry, my sister's. She's like that. She doesn't have any.
How are you talking to them?
I walked out after Sokka.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You take it. You're like, hold on.
It's okay.
She doesn't mean anything by it. It's kind of how she shows affection.
I don't know. I just had a rough couple of days. I don't really want to drink anyway. So
No one's asking you to drink.
yeah, but then they make fun of me. Anyway, it's okay. It's just I want to go to bed.
You know your way back?
Probably. Do I know my way back?
Yeah, the city is your jam.
Yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I'll be fine.
All right.
If I'm not, I'll turn into a rat and come back.
Sokka, you arrive at the same time that Zemdak does. You guys both kind of like, hey,
Hey,
You don't happen to have a key to this place, do you?
no,
You remember how to get in the tunnel?
maybe. Yeah. Yeah.
for sure. Of course you do.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys can worm your way through the tunnel and go to the trapdoor.
It's obviously open because we wouldn't have shut it.
Right.
Right. Yeah, so you just pop in. There are 3 beds in the loft. It's small house. They don't have a whole lot of money, and most of their money is invested in the but of course, your mother would not be happy if they didn't also have a forge at home. But yeah, so there's 3 beds up in the loft, most likely for the family who still lives here. One of the what looks like there was a place for another bed, but it's been converted into a home office. Looks like a desk for doing ledger work. Ever since Argus moved out, bedroom's now an office.
That's what happens.
I'll just curl up like a cat. Like a little, me and my rats will all just kind of snuggle up on the ground.
Great, yeah. The forge is still lit, like it's smoldering dark. You get the sense that the forge is never like out in this house. So
Yeah.
it's like the fireplace, the oven, the forge. It's always on.
Yeah, then I'll curl up.
But it's
by
like
the board.
safely contained, so it wouldn't burn the house.
Yeah, then I'll curl up by the
Yeah.
board and fall asleep.
Nice and cozy. Yeah, this is kind of reminiscent of how you used to stay warm in the winter. Zen
I let Conk in, like shut the door and have him stand right by it.
Conk is going to have difficulty fielding. Oh, you open the door from the other side. Yeah.
Left him in front of the door.
Yeah.
Went through the tunnel, opened the door, let him in. He's just gonna sort of like stand guard at the door,
You got it.
and I'm gonna go over and curl up.
Great. Anything else you guys want to do this evening at the bar before you head home or do whatever?
Hear all the embarrassing young Argos stories.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's like, hey, did I ever tell you about why we had to leave a full more bed because he was a little.
No, he's never told us that. Can you tell us?
Well, let me tell you. That's how I lost my arm. Not his fault. Not his fault at all. Really. Well, kind of, but it was all of our fault. It was the guild's fault. Really. The guild's fault, almost entirely. Pardon me. Guild came around racketeering, trying to get protection money or whatever. Mama wasn't having it. Was kind of sick of it. I told her we should just pay that whole thing. I was ready to just, keep it peace. Mama wasn't having it. Got into a little bit of a scuffle. Little hero here jumped in. grabbed one of the
I was like 18, by the way.
Baby.
you're a child.
That is, yeah.
That's
Hero
equivalent
jumped
to
in.
like 3. So like 6.
Literally jumped, grabbed one of the guy's faces with his hands, burned the guy's face almost beyond recognition with his hands.
That sounds about right.
Like big old red hands, just smell. You could smell the burning flesh, smell like bacon.
Interesting.
And,
You had burning flesh.
scared him off for a while, but after that happened, we had
I don't know. We can always try some more.
You're gonna burn more of your arm? Why would you do that?
No. I think he's.
Speaking of which, that was no. You told me that. That's all of that. You're gonna have to tell your mother about why you don't have fingers anymore. But anyway, that's beside the point. Anyway, needless to say, we had to leave and flee. Should the guild ever try to come back for us, so we had to leave in quite a hurry. Truth be told, most likely inevitable. We're better out here anyway. There's still a guild influence, but nowhere near as much as in here.
That's good.
But that's pretty much the night we found out that he was gifted.
The,
Or,
the term we use at times is pyro.
probably. But
then
it's I guess he kind of gets an out for that because it's also part of his religion. So just don't burn innocent people's houses down.
Oh yeah, like
Actually, I have a question for you.
that did only happen once, actually.
What?
If our house was burning down and we were in it, would you put the fire out?
So, I've had this dilemma when I was on fire. and I had to put myself out.
I mean, that makes a lot of sense. If you're on
I had
fire,
to
you
make
stop,
some
you drop, you roll.
recipes from it. But I did it.
Yeah, you were very,
right
very
decision.
down the dumps after that for a bit.
He was. He did not like putting out that fire.
I was very worried that I might offend and lose any ability to do anything.
See, you didn't offend him.
So you're telling me that you're afraid your guard might forsake you, so you would commit self-pyro mutilation?
Just demolition.
That's not what I did with this. I was infected with the zombie bite. We went over this.
Oh, yeah, right. Well, sure.
And I put out my arm.
I just want to make sure that's the best is for you. And if you feel like you're afraid of your deity or whatever, then maybe it's time for a career change. That's what I'm saying.
I did it and everything was fine. So I'm sure it would be okay.
I mean,
You might just have to start some fires and say some prayers and maybe get some forgiveness. Everything will be fine.
Right. It's fine with me.
I would save you from a burning building.
Your sister slaps you on the back and nod. All right, see a little pyro then, yeah? A little pyromaniac? Do you like a little fire? Yeah. Maybe do you spark joy?
Cole's just sitting there drunkenly nodding.
What your best friend said.
oh,
I'm sorry.
What?
what?
What? Have you been hooking up with your best friend?
Oh, I thought she told you by now.
Say that again. Say that again. Fucking go.
Right
Say that
here.
again.
I'm right here. You gotta come through the fire.
All right.
Don't worry, you
Wait,
might
wait.
get burnt.
Oh,
One more time. She takes the drink that she was about to sip and just smashes it in your face.
Warning flare.
Sure. Amazing. She starts a drunken bar fight at her fucking tavern, and you guys start rolling on the floor. You're like, warding flash. Ah, that's cheating! And she like slaps you in the face. Boom, eyes change. Like keeps punching you.
We'll have a toast.
you hear her like kind of like punching, and she's like, "Little shit, Amber," and she you start like tussling with her, like, "Who told ya?
Who
Who
do you
told
want
me
to bet on?
what?
There's no in the guys. Who told
And
you?"
the sister.
I know. I feel like she's got the look of it
She did.
She like grabs you by the back of the neck and tries to rake you into the back room. Do you follow her?
Yeah.
Okay. Throws you up against the wall. Understand?
What's the problem? It's not a problem.
Don't show public emotion.
This is the second time you've done it today. Maybe you're changing.
Drunk,
Maybe you're changing.
baby. Maybe not.
Maybe you're getting changed.
We'll keep guessing. Look. You better be kidding.
About what?
She doesn't like guys.
I was just
I'll have
getting
to
a
kick
rise
both.
out of you.
I'll just have to kick both your asses.
I'm sure one of us would like that.
And she just falls over and passes out.
Oh, all right, I gotta get her home. You see me throw her over my shoulder and start walking out of the back room.
Oh, okay.
In a dwarven town, that's probably not that
Yeah.
uncommon of a
No,
sight.
but I know your mom's coming back. Right.
Yeah, that's not till morning. She's gonna be working all night.
How would you know?
Because that's what you said when we
She's
left.
gonna smell that.
That is what she said.
Yeah. In her shop, that's what she said.
Okay. She put me on house arrest. See how well that worked.
See, I knew you were gonna come drinking with us. It just was gonna take a little while.
Move around the back.
Actually, I was drinking and you found me. So I wouldn't say come with us.
We came with you instead.
Are we drinking together now? Then it's all semantics.
All right, so you're headed back home.
Yeah.
Are you guys following?
I gotta take my drunk sister home.
Yeah, drunk
Yeah.
Cole will follow.
Drink a little water.
Oh,
You walk over to the bar, order water. He's bartender's like, "We have
What?
milk."
This is gonna hurt.
Yeah, see?
Out and out in the middle.
Middle's doing that drunk walk where you're like,
Yeah,
out the
you want
fountain.
to go drink out of it? Okay.
Yeah, you guys go to the fountain, drink out the fountain.
So by the time they get back to my house, there's a fresh pot of coffee.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm sitting there like drinking
yeah.
as they come back from drinking fountain water.
You guys are like you a lot. You probably forget what you're a
followed
wolf
you.
for, and like bend over, just lap at the water. And like two of the guards walk up and just look at you like
What? It's free water. What?
they roll their eyes and they keep walking.
You know,
One of them goes like,
that fountain.
"Festival days, am I right?" Oh, goodness. They don't really harass you because it's one of those days. It's like St. Patty's for they're like,
They just seem
Whatever.
correct. Just let them be.
Right.
yeah, they're not doing anything that I have to
they're
do
not-
anything about.
Right.
Let's just walk
It's
around.
not-
they're just doing any
Harmful.
harm. They're just being idiots. Great. You eventually all find your way back. You have a pot of coffee ready.
Cole was back with him, so he's probably passed out on the floor somewhere.
Probably. Shoshana, you smell the warm
I
smell
can't
of coffee.
smell it.
Oh, that's right.
I
smells nothing.
I see it though.
You see the coffee.
Oh,
The
there's
floor
more
is
here?
littered
You
with
got
your
more?
companions.
Oh, maybe
I was saving the last of it, and then we can get some more here.
okay.
Can you get some more here?
Yeah, we're in a trading town.
That's true. Get the little
That's accessible to the outside world, not just the inside. It's still really expensive.
Just imagine Cole spread arm, spread leg, like just in the middle of the floor.
He's on top of
Inconveniencing
the
everybody.
right.
Oh, Cole's on, right, because it's nice and long, and he just, with one arm just dangling off.
I put chip on the counter.
Get a little bit of coffee before.
Coffee before bed.
I do that all the time.
In real life, real? Oh man, I would die.
I drink tons of coffee at all periods, at all times.
It's your job.
Okay, you guys, anything special before you bed down?
I think it's safe for me to sleep in here with your family if you know the thing happens.
Oh, that's a good point. Do you
I mean, I could.
What you can do? Go sleep in the smelter?
I mean, if I'm a wolf, I should fit, right?
Yeah.
you're passed out already?
I mean,
Oh,
the
yeah,
filter's filled with ashes. Well, you guess you could walk into the crucible. It'll be a tight fit, but I guess you could if you want to.
I mean, just if you think it's safe,
You know,
it's your family.
We could take watch over you for a little bit. I just had some coffee, so you know.
So it's up to you guys. I mean, I don't mind sleeping here, but I just didn't want to like, if something happens.
but what if it's cool and we want to harvest it?
Well, then there's a possibility of that too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have you be comfortable in the hospitality of my family than to be out in the ashes.
Okay. So I'll go into wolf form and find a corner, a spot that I fit.
You got it.
Take some watches.
I'm looking for something.
Is there anyone? Should I send anyone? I mean, it's kind of the middle of the night. A little bit.
It's like 3 a.m.
All right.
Hey, Paige.
Oh no!
How's the cult? How's
Right.
the cult doing?
Follower. Yeah.
Good. Cool. Then as you guys go to sleep,
Then to my
Log, go
sister's
ahead
lover.
and roll that stuff.
Yes.
See what happens. I
That one dude.
don't remember the rubric, so just tell me if it's good or bad.
Double check the number.
You're drunk. You're not able to tell me.
Was it like 10 or above? It's good. 9 or lower. It's
Not good.
Yeah, not good. So that's a 8 total.
You were so powerful in the moon tonight, though.
Right.
Now it's going to turn on you.
Give me my
That
mouse.
was all the booze.
Yep.
So, everyone's dead ass asleep. Nobody, I don't think the only person that's not like drunk asleep is Zemdak and Salka.
Yeah.
Well, but we were staying up to take watch for
Oh, you guys are standing up
Yeah.
to take watch?
different.
Over log.
Conk is
overlog.
too.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're having coffee? How long are you staying up? Or are you just splitting it between the two of you?
We can split it between two
Yeah.
of us,
That means
right?
one of
Yeah.
you has to stay up for 4 hours. The other has to stay up for 4 hours.
Well, I was already asleep, so if one of you guys want to wake me up for...
Oh, there you also have Conk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Car.
you're familiar.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. We'll it doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. I'm just gonna. I'll just make it super. Oh my god. Okay, Argus, you're up when this happens.
Okay.
None of the things on this table are edible.
No.
Not anymore.
Oh, Pinto.
I was just making sure it saves my hands.
Okay. Log, you remain in wolf form as Argus. You feel like it's pretty dark in here, except for the glow of the forge in the corner. But even so, you have that feeling. You know when you're in a building and for some reason like the lights get a little darker and like it's odd, but like everybody notices, and like everybody looks around, just like the tiniest bit darker. Everybody kind of looks around, like, did things just get darker? You kind of get that feeling, and then your eyes kind of wander up, and you see in the ceiling or clinging to the ceiling, are this sheet of like roiling thunderclouds, moving and moving, not like think of it like a stop motion. No, I'm sorry, like a time lapse camera of like a thunder, or like a storm rolling in, like that on the top of here. And then you see one of them part, and a moon ray opens up as this great big full moon, or at least this like translucent full moon pops up and through the windows, alighting this beam onto the wooden table, and then you hear and you smell burning wood, and then a fire starts to kick up on the table as the beam starts to widen and grow, and then encompass a chair, as the wood chair now starts to catch on fire, and then the beam gets bigger, and it starts to catch the counter. Now the counter's on fire.
Going to Radiance in the Dawn to see if I can dispel his darkness.
Okay. Like the thunderclouds, like the storm clouds. Cool. Yeah, go ahead and roll a straight wisdom check.
Anything to worry about?
Log, can you roll a contested charisma check?
Anything to worry about since I'm sleeping on that counter?
I'll let you know when you do. I'm sorry?
He's on.
He's
This
on
is
the table.
18.
Oh, it's spread to the chair and starting to catch the counter on fire.
Rolled an at 20. The one time I'm not supposed to.
Radiance of the Dawn is this wave of bubble of radiance energy, and it's kind of like blowing a fog cloud away, and then it reasserts itself. It did something, but it's not stopping as the clouds parted more, allowing more of the moonbeam to shoot through as the moon...
I'm going to shake Log awake.
Okay. But before that happens, the counter, like a good portion of the counter is now fully on fire. The table is engulfed in flames. One of the chairs is entirely engulfed in flames. It's starting to go up and possibly start to catch the banister of the loft now. You shake Log awake. Please roll a Constitution saving throw for this, because this is not a regular type of sleep.
17.
17. He is dead out there. As the it is
full night.
You now see like that the clouds are not the only dark thing in this house, as the house starts to not fill with smoke, but get in with smoke. But you know there's a lot of ventilation in this house specifically because of this. So there's no risk of smoke inhalation, luckily, because this house is very well ventilated.
Okay, I'm going to thaumaturgy. Everyone get up, there's a fire!
What?
Because you can't put it out.
That is correct.
Great. Everybody please roll a Constitution saving throw for me.
Why did my dad have to ask this question?
I know, right?
Seriously. Okay.
Nice.
You sound asleep again.
Actually,
Even with my thaumaturgy?
I might be sound asleep too as I'm burning.
You ever yelled at somebody who's drunk asleep?
Yes.
Yeah. Often they don't wake up. What'd you get?
21.
You're still asleep?
19.
You're still asleep?
8.
You're awake.
Woo!
I gotta roll that one, right?
Yes, but you roll at advantage because when he was rolling you, because you're in a Eldritch nap right now, for lack of a better term.
That's cocked.
Like even usually if you shake somebody awake, they just automatically wake, but you are in this like stupor.
I'm going to grab my mom's fireproof apron and start putting out the fire.
What are the water? What are they?
Water?
Yeah, they.
There is a barrel of water next to the forge that is used to
Yes.
Okay.
cool down hot blades. And you grab the apron and attempt to pat out the flames. Okay, awesome. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity check.
17.
17. You do a pretty good job. This flame, however, has grown to a size that is beyond smothering. It is you do, however, stop this flame from spreading anymore on the counter as like onto Cole, so Cole's not taking it as you like throw the apron on there and like try to pat it down. But as you're doing this, the other flame is still growing.
Did my dad and sister wake up?
Oh, right, they have to roll.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Because they can always put out the fire.
Your dad did not. Your sister did not. You know, amazingly well.
Try to lift the barrel.
Also grown as I am.
Conk is up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Conk straight up like danger, Will Robinson.
Yeah.
But he need like what would Conk do?
Can I tell him?
Start dragging people outside.
Okay. Yeah, you can straight up start dragging people outside. The first person he grabs is the person closest to the fire. So Cole, you just get picked up. You can roll another con save as you get picked up.
Not even like picked up. You get
9.
grabbed by the collar.
9. You wake up. You wake
Oh,
up.
sorry, 6, yeah.
You get dragged outside. This
Hey, what's up?
and you smell fire.
Fire!
Danger.
Fire! Help! I don't have anything right now. But do you have anything that you can put it out immediately? Or otherwise, help me let it go.
I just go, yeah, I think so. And I walk back in and I cast Thunder Wave
Oh
on the
my
fire.
god. Could everybody please roll a Constitution saving throw? Because everybody gets hit with this.
Well, they could be behind me.
No, I would be right in the doorway since I just tried to put out the fire on you.
Yeah. Yeah. This isn't to wake up. This is for the damage from Thunderwind.
Well, thing is though, it would be kind of like the explosion from it would kind of like be the blast from an explosion. It might actually smother the flames.
Right. I know. It is Sonic. It's like Sonic Thunder. I understand.
Yeah.
This was con
Yeah.
8.
8. So you take full damage.
5.
Oh, that's
You
right.
take full damage.
5.
You take full damage.
11.
You take full damage. Everybody
Good
takes
thing I'm
full
only doing
damage.
this at
What
level
about my
1.
family?
Are they sleep? They're sleeping upstairs though, right?
They are sleeping
So-
upstairs.
and Sofka too. So
No, Sofka's down here.
Okay,
Um,
Sofka then.
9 points.
they are sleeping upstairs. I'm gonna say they're probably just out of the queue. Because Argus, you put your dad and your sister up
In their bed, yeah.
And all of you are pushed 10 feet away from me.
Ah,
I was already up in a corner, so.
Your dad wakes up from the sound. So, what is going on? What did you get for your damage?
9.
9. Everybody takes 9 points of thunder damage. The fire is that you did a lot of stuff to the fire. The fire is wilting, but is still there, and there's quite a bit of embers. At that moment, the door blasts open right after Kong is like starting to drag you out, and Dirula?
Your mom comes home.
Yeah. Your mom comes home. What?
Delura.
Delura comes over with, what blazes is happening in here?
we need to put out the fire.
Why are you burning down my house?
We're not trying to.
And she looks up, she's like, why is there a moon inside?
Thunderwave wake us up. Though.
For sure. Yeah, you guys
I
are.
mean, even log.
You can roll for it.
Still at advantage?
No, this one's just a straight because this is fucking very, very loud noise.
And you took
You actually took damage.
Right.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, so 5.
Yeah, everybody's up. And she like grabs the barrel from the side and just throws it on the fire. It's like, I can't leave any of you alone for like 3 hours. Like, what are you doing?
I'll telepath. That might have been me. Sorry.
What? You set my house on fire on purpose?
I'm a wolf
Dream.
right now, by the way.
Oh,
unconscious. Yeah.
you let a wolf inside.
No. This is fine.
Log.
It's like-
The ugly human from before.
He's a shapeshifter.
What happened to him? Oh, he's what?
He's a shapeshifter.
This is normal.
I'm using prestidigitation.
Ember, this is going to take a lot to get used to.
I'm using prestidigitation and like
Welcome
snuffing
to my life.
campfire-sized fires.
It looks like I'm going to have to make a new table and chairs. And send that counter.
And a counter.
Is everybody okay? And she runs upstairs and like, are you okay?
My ears kind of hurt.
Or is she still asleep? Wonderful.
Thanks, Cole.
I told you I'd put it out if it got lit on fire.
He's still like really hungover, like he's got Thunderwave in his head, so you can imagine he's just like, oh, the pain.
Probably most of us right now.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Clean it
it's the
up in the
only
morning.
spell I know that can do something like that.
Yeah, I guess my wolf probably doesn't have an eye.
Yeah, you keep your like golden patch in the wolf.
That transforms with me. It's
Yeah,
magic.
if you want it to be.
I mean, sure.
I mean, it doesn't like remember your thing is like the equipment you're wearing goes into, but like it's not magical like that.
I mean, no, like if the patch
It's too
is
fucking
magic,
cool. You want it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. There you go. You can have it. You want it? There, you can have it.
Right. Yeah.
Mom,
Please,
It's like Rex from Final Fantasy VII.
Please, if somebody could submit the fan art for that, we would love to
Yeah,
see
that's
that.
awesome. Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck you with that. That's awesome. So she takes like a canvas thing and throws it over the table and the counter in that area and be like, so that people don't sleep in like embers and charcoal. It's like,
I'm sleeping in ash anyway.
Yeah.
Do I need to put the HUD up for us now?
Cole, stop using Thunderwave.
I thought you had something else. Like I don't know.
No, that's...
well,
I thought
Tom
that.
could have used thunder or tidal wave.
Right.
Oh,
But she wasn't awake.
she's up.
Well,
now
she
she's like-
wasn't. But
right, she wasn't awake.
Well, has Thunderwave ever done good for us?
yeah.
Put out the fire.
You got rid of those pumpkin creature things that were like shooting at us.
Kind of.
Oh god, guys, my mom can't hear all this.
She doesn't like pumpkins.
I'm going to sleep.
Huh?
If this happens again before I wake up, I'm gonna kick your friends out.
Valid point.
yeah.
How'd your project go?
Here. He tosses you this adamantine shiv, and on one side is like has a beautiful wedge, perfect for sharpening basically anything.
Awesome.
I'm exhausted. I'm going to sleep. Don't burn my home down.
I'm gonna go sleep out under the sky. I think that.
Okay.
Okay.
I can always put the HUD back up. Or put the HUD up.
Probably a
Amber,
good
I
idea.
love you. Might have to have a conversation about you and just the people you choose to have friends with.
Okay, I'll go out. I'm going out with log and I put the...
I understand that conversation might need to happen.
Oh, night.
I now have to go say prayers.
Okay, everybody else goes to sleep. What do you say?
On the spot.
Oh gosh, dang, I don't have any thoughts on this. I come to bring you fire to replace what has been extinguished. It is with my deepest condolences and deepest remorse to put out the burning flame and fire of your power. Please forgive me and let me go to sleep.
Go ahead and roll you can either roll a wisdom check or a religion check. Give it up to you since you complained about it so much last night.
No, the problem is a straight wisdom check is the same as my religion check.
Well, then stop complaining.
13.
13. The feeling you get is kind of like pouty. Like kind of like that. But like if your deity was a pouty teenager, like upset and like, not really happy about it, but like didn't really have too much to say because you were saving your family, being like, he's upset. He might be mad at you for a little while, but he's not going to do it. Great. You get that feeling, and you're like, whatever, and then just fall over and fall asleep. Great. You guys all sleep. Check something. Okay.
You know, I don't have to re-roll again. I can just sleep.
No, you can just sleep. You're fine. That happened. That was one per night. I'm not going to fuck you that hard. You guys all get your long rest.
Yay.
And in the morning, you feel invigorated, refreshed. Welcome to level 7.
Hey.
And that's all for today's episode then, and today's session. Catch us at the Burnt Ends, where we'll be rolling hit dice and talking about level up stuff, as well as everything else that happened in these past 3 episodes. Yes. Okay. Don't forget
Gotta make a shot.
to subscribe and like and all that jazz. And make sure you all stay safe out there. Take care, guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye.